Maga sare pa maga sare ma pa re ma pa ni sa ऐसो चंचल चपल हठ नठ खट ऐसो चंचल चपल हठ नठ खट सारे गा सारे मगा सारे पाँव मगा सारे गा सानी पानी सारे मगा सा ऐसो चंचल चपल हठ नठ खट ऐसो चंचल चपल हठ नठ खट मानत न कहू की बात विनती करत मैं गई रे हार अब मेरा भरन कैसे जाऊं सखी अब मेरा भरन कैसे जाऊं सखी अब मेरा भरन कैसे जाऊं भरन कैसे जाऊं भरन कैसे जाऊं तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना ते तो तानाना तादारे दानी रे तो तानाना तादारे दानी ना दिर दिर दानी तुम दिर दिर दानी तुम तानाना ना 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 तादारे दानी तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना ते तो तानाना ताना दे रे ना तानों तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना तानों तानाना उदानी उदानी तादानी तादानी उदानी उदानी तादानी तादानी तेरे ना ताना ना तादारे दानी तेरे ना ताना ना तादारे दानी ना दिल दिल दानी तुम दिल दिल दानी तुम ताना ना 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 तादारे दानी तानों ताना ना तानों ताना ना तानों ताना ना तानों ताना ना मेरो मन अटक्यों सुंदर ध्यान मेरो मन अटक्यों सुंदर ध्यान मेरो मन अटक्यों सुंदर ध्यान निसवासर मोहे पलकड़ लागत निसवासर मोहे पलकड़ लागत एक सो जात ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga, ni ni da pa sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga, ni sa ga ma pa ga ma, ni sa ga ma pa ma pa ga ma ga, ni sa ga ma pa ma pa ga ma ga. मेरो मन अटक्यो सुंदर ध्यान, मेरो मन अटक्यो सुंदर ध्यान. नि सा गा नि सा गा नि सा गा नि सा सा गा नि सा गा गा सा गा ma सा गा ma सा सा गा ma सा गा गा ma सा गा ma ga ma pa ga ma pa ga ga ma pa ga ma pa ga ma pa pa ni ma pa ni ma pa ni ma pa ni ma pa ni sa 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 sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga, sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga, sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga ga ma ga ga ma ga. मेरो मन अटक्यो सुंदर ध्यान, मेरो मन अटक्यो सुंदर ध्यान, सुंदर ध्यान, सुंदर ध्यान. Tanom tanom tanom, tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom, tanana de tanana tadare dani tadare, tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom, te tom tanana tanare re na re tom tanana tana de re na, tanana tanana tana de re na, tanana tanana tana de re na. Da da kranda da kita kita dum kita de da kranda da da tina da tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom. Udani udani dani tadare tadare dani, udani udani dani tadare tadare dani. Da kita taka dum kita taka de da kita taka gadigana da gadigana da gadigana da. Tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom, tanana de tanana tadare dani tadare, tanom 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 tanom, tanom 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 tanom, tanom So actually these are very traditional compositions, so they could have been written really by multiple different people in the village or like that ways. So not exactly sure exactly who wrote it, but they're both very traditional compositions, and they're both in Hindi. More like, I would say they're pretty more like village Hindi, but like more different dialect.
A little older.
Little older. And our teacher Shrimati Sumita Chakravarti taught us these compositions, so we're very thankful.
That's
kind of
our
where
guru, our musical guru. We got them from.
So that's where we got them from. But
Is it like Brudge or different?
I don't exactly know. Actually, that's a good question.
Well, it's close. It's a lot more Sanskrit.
Well, it's definitely written with that bhav. So
Yeah, definitely that mood in mind. I don't know exactly the dialect, but sorry, we'll come back with an answer for you
we'll
guys.
have more information next time.
preparing for your second act. Wait a minute, wait. We are just changing the stage for a second. Dandavats devotees, while we prepare the stage for the second act. No? You want to ask Sangeeta? Sangeeta, are you ready to give us just a brief introduction? It would be lovely to hear from you while we get the stage ready.
Dandavat Maharaj. So, we are very glad to be here in this Govinda Mela. Oh, thank you, Didi. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, little bit of intro about our dance. So, on this auspicious occasion of Govinda Mela, presented by Kathak Kala Vihar, the dance school, we humbly offer our heartfelt presentation at the divine lotus feet of Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Jiuji. Jai. Srila Govinda Maharaj. So today our performers are Lavanika Sharma, then Vaishnavi Mishra. Come Vaishnavi. Then Shrida Mishra. They are sisters. And they are from Odisha, from Puri. And I will also present a small offering. So we will begin the evening with the Guru Puja, an offering to our reverted Guru. This will be followed by a beautiful Krishna Stuti, will present by Lavanika, and then pure Kathak performance set to the rhythmic cycle of Jhaptal at 10 beats of tal. Next, we present a semi-classical dance portraying Lord Krishna's pastime with Radharani and the gopis in Vrindavan on a full moon night. That will present by Vaishnavi Mishra. And after that, following this, a melodious Bengali song will warmly welcome the Lord, will present by Shrida Mishra. And then Tumri, again Lavnika Sharma. And then finally, the final offering is a Ravindra Sangeet, but it's in Hindi, where a deep longing rises in the heart for the divine beloved to break the silence and awaken the eternal song of love. Dandavad.
Can you
Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara गुरुर् साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः.
ललाट पटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम्.
चांदनी मौसम ये अलबेला है।
सुहानी मस्त चांदनी मौसम ये अलबेला है। रास रचाए नटखट कान्हा लीला घर की लीला है।
रात सुहानी मस्त चांदनी मौसम ये अलबेला है। रास रचाए नटखट कान्हा लीला घर की लीला है। को झोंकारे उड़ान शंकर कवचे दुआ मेरी नहीं नाम एशो 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 सुंदर एशो समारोहे एशो हे परमोत्तर सुंदर एशो পথে সকাল সাজে ফুলের সুবাস যে পথে সে পথ হয়ে ও সে পথ হয়ে এসো হে মনোহর সুন্দর এসো সুন্দর এসো হে সমারোহে এসো হে পরমোত্তর সুন্দর এসো হে रोको नाटगर मेरो शाम रोको नाटगर मेरो शाम रोको नाटगर मेरो शाम मैं तो जाऊँ अपने धाम मैं तो जाऊँ अपने धाम रोको ना 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 रोको ना रोको ना डगर मेरो शाम विनती करत पैया पड़त विनती करत पैया पड़त
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Thank you, Mamarika Devi, and please remind me your beautiful names.
I'm Shrida.
Shrida and
Vishnavi.
Vishnavi, everybody. Thank you so much. We're very honored.
Thank you, Ananda Didi, for giving us this opportunity. And no, thank you so much, Ananda Didi, for giving us this opportunity to present this offering to their lordships. And thank you, obviously, to Sangeeta Auntie for her teaching and for everything she's given all of us. So, and thank you all for being here and for accepting our humble offering.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Can I make a comment?
Come in the middle. Come in the middle. Yeah.
My comment to and question to everybody is, have you seen divinity in any other dance form other than what you saw today?
No.
There is no other dance form where you can see the expression and what comes out of the heart, isn't it? So please clap them for years and years of training under a very able teacher, very, very able teacher. Yeah. Beautiful it is. Yeah.
We are so happy. Thank you for joining us. I hope that's a staple. You come every Govinda Mela now. Yes? Thank you so much. Jai. We have one more offering before we have our dear Swamis and opening officially the festival. I am Ashori. So Ananda Krishna Prabhu, he dove deep in the archive of the history of Soquel Ashram. And he has a little treasure that he's been working this whole, week? Almost.
It took longer to find the footage than to actually edit all of it together.
Yeah. So, we are just making final adjustments here. And now I'm Smurfy. Smurf? Smurfy?
Are you plugged in?
Yeah.
Huh. No signal. You're not set to like 4K or anything, are you?
No.
No.
I don't know if it's the table or the...
Hey, Ron. Yeah. You run to get my orange zip up thing. Thank you. Is it possible to plug in directly?
Is there sound?
Yeah.
There won't be any sound if you plug in directly.
Your room's locked? No. Your room's locked? No.
Close enough.
What about Oh, no.
Where in Paris?
Paris, one is used in the university,
Okay.
and one is in front of Eiffel Tower.
Really? Whoa.
But we are still waiting for still permission
Uh-huh.
for the Eiffel Tower one.
Yeah.
But the university one is
Wow, that seems like a big thing, huh? Cool. Dhanyawad.
worried and in that sense.
They were seen as like entertaining in the night, like similar to what even though they were experts in their field, music dance.
Getting on the broadcast.
Yay! There you go.
You're in HDMI too.
Yeah, let's with the pictures.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Okay. Are you ready? That is. Okay, let's, while they try to connect, let's see. do you want to come and help us with your announcement? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna postpone. Okay, so we are setting the stage for our swamis to open the festival. Meanwhile, Sharanagi, yeah, she wants to share some message with everybody. Thank you.
Everybody, welcome to the Govinda Mela. Welcome to the Govinda Mela, everybody. Dandavats. Okay. I am speaking on behalf of my husband. He was not able to come tonight. Basically, he's exhausted. He's been working for the last few months every day, all day, and he really wanted to come. He was resting today, but he just crashed. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So my duty tonight is to thank everybody, starting with Janardhan Maharaj. With his blessing and guidance and benediction, we're able to have this festival. This ashram wouldn't be the same without him. So Janardhan Maharaj, thank you so much for allowing us and making this all happen. Also, I'd like to thank my husband for his tireless work, and I can't explain how hard he worked to make this happen, but it's his heart's fulfillment to have you all here and all joining together and celebrating Srila Gurudev together. It's a highlight of our year. So thank you to Hashapriya. And then I also want to thank Ananda Moy. I don't know if it would happen this year without her. She's been working tirelessly. She won't let me thank her directly, but she's been behind the scenes and organizing, and you can all probably feel it because every little detail has her hand on it. And she's just her happiest when she can bring all the devotees together and have them interact and have them chant together and remember Gurudev, and that's her joy. So she's going to collapse at the end of this, but she's like such a crucial, integral part to this festival, especially this year. And behind her is my son, Vidura. He's been supporting he has some health challenges, so he hasn't been so physically present. You're not seeing him as much. He's gracing us tonight, but he's been very supportive in the background and helping feed Ananda and hold her up and financially supporting a lot of her projects. So thank you, Vidura. We also want to thank Vaidehi Norman. She is Vaidehi. She's been working tirelessly. She's always working with the kids, and she's just like every other day, she's here and working and trying to solve everything and make everything flow smoothly. A lot of energies come from Vaidehi to help with this. We want to thank Sanatini and family. You know, they're all helping in the kitchen one way or another. And Josiah, he had to leave. His mother needed his assistance, so he left today. But he's been working every day, all day long, putting up all the tents, inflating all the mattresses, and just doing all that hard work. And I made him promise next year he has to stay and attend the festival. I wouldn't take no for an answer, so we're all going to hold him to that next year. His son is here. Anthony's running around somewhere with all the kids and really wanted to stay and participate. So then we want to thank Sati. She helped Ananda set up the registration. She worked many hours, many days, and helped get that all set up for a new process. And then we want to thank Krishna Mohini, who where is she? She was just here. She knew this was coming. Krishna Mohini, through her connection at Cabrillo College, was able to get all the banners printed. She just tirelessly, they donated the ink, the banners, and the gift that with Anandamoy and Ananda Krishna, they printed out this scale of all the Artik songs, both morning and evening, that are now in the temple room for as a gift for Janard Maharaj. He requested this, well, he said 30 years ago, but he requested it from Ananda 4 months ago, and connection with Krishna Mohini. And then when Ananda came, then they were able to get it all together. And Ananda Krishna went through all the different songbooks and proofread everything 5 times to make sure there were no mistakes. So he put a lot of time and effort on the layout, and they just really worked hard on that. So we really want to thank Krishna Mohini for that. And she's also the person in charge of getting the whole beat happening up the hill on Friday, and she's taken on a lot of responsibility in this festival. Then we have Amrita, who's in charge of all the tents and who goes where and getting them to the right place. And she came early to help make all that happen. We want to thank Shamanath, who's been driving everybody back and forth and picking you up at the airport, taking you back to the airport. He's also been practicing every day with Jai driving up to the top of the hill, because if you've driven up there, it's a little hairy and it takes some practice. So he's gone up over 50 times so that he can take you all on Friday. Everybody that needs a ride, he will happily drive you up there on Friday. So everyone can get to the top of the hill. And then Arun Krishna Prabhu, he's always behind the scenes supporting everyone. He's our kirtan teacher, and he's just been giving guidance in a lot of different directions. We're very grateful to have him. And I want to thank all the members of our local community who come weekly to do their seva and keep the ashram running, and the deities and the devotees fed and clothed and bathed and everything going on. We would be nowhere without our community, so we want to thank all of them. Then we want to thank especially Madhav Maharaj, who just is not here now. Madhav Maharaj has joined us to be with Janard Maharaj, and he's taken on Mangal Artik Seva. He'll do any seva, doesn't matter what it is. He's here to be with Janard Maharaj, get his association, be his servant, but also to serve in whatever capacity he can. He's such a wonderful devotee. If you get a chance, spend some time with him. He's not so confident with his English, but he's a really special devotee. So you have to kind of make a little effort to get to know him a bit. He speaks Spanish perfectly, so if you're Spanish speaking, take advantage of his association. He's really special. Then Lavanya Sundari, she has a special project that, besides the dance, she has arranged a kirtan fun night. This is her passion. This was her inspiration. She's going to challenge you all on how well you know the kirtans. So pay attention and join in on all the kirtans, because you might get asked a question about the song you're singing. And she just loves it. She loves kirtan. She's like, everyone has a favorite kirtan, you know, and it's like she dives in and she's like, she just loves it. So she's been working tirelessly with Arun's help, and Vidura and Sudarshan has been helping, of course, Ananda, and that's going to be a fun night. And that's, I think, Thursday night, tomorrow night. And then, and her whole family, of course. We've got Jairam and Nanda Kishore, and then Abba's cooking for you tonight. So you're going to enjoy that. They're an incredible addition to our community. We really treasure them. And then I want to give a special shout out to Janava. I don't think she's here around right now. Janava is the daughter of Gaur Nataraj and Malika, and she designed the logo. Wow. You know, it was Ananda's idea, and then Janava took it and did all the artwork for the Samadhi lions. That's our, you know, our guardians, our the servitors of Gurudev and protectors of Gurudev, and she did all that artwork. So we're really proud of her and want to thank her for that. Then we want to thank all of our generous donors. We had many people donate varying amounts, and we're just so grateful for that, because it takes a little bit to put this festival on, and we're really grateful for everybody that chipped in and helped in whatever way they could. And then most of all, we want to thank all of you, everyone. Murali, I didn't mention you, but Without Murali, we wouldn't have a record of this. And this way we can come back and visit these moments over and over and over again. And we want to thank you for all your hard work. I know how tireless it is, and we're really grateful. And Ajay Krishna, he takes the photos and shares them with us so we can all revisit. And I made a long list, but I didn't catch everybody. So we want to thank everyone for coming, having you all here, having you all together, bringing Gurudev with you in your heart. It brings us, I feel like Gurudev's really here, like prominently here with us, and we can all feel it, the joy that he brought to our lives. It's all present, and we're all feeling it right now. So we really want to thank everybody for coming and making this such a beautiful festival. So Srila Govinda Maharaj ki jai, Srila Govinda Mela ki jai.
Also, Ratnavali for coming with Ijai, hopping in the kitchen.
Yes, Ratnavali. We're going to be tasting her cooking too.
Yeah, true. Thank you. Jai Shranangi Devi ki jai. Yeah. Okay. I want to hear everybody. Let's call Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj to the stage. Please, Maharaj. Very nice, very nice. So now everybody come help me to welcome Sripad Bhakti Nyasi Maharaj to the stage. Ki jai. Do you want to call the other people to the stage, Maharaj? We have John Brown.
Please come. Come up here.
Shri Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj ki.
And Bhima Krishna too. We can always use some muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or here.
Do you want to try one, Prabhu?
Bhima Krishna. Get.
We have Jairam Prabhu.
One Divya Shakti.
Divya Shakti. You've been summed. Jai Bhakti Vikram Nyasi Maharaj ki jai.
And Ramachandra.
Ramachandra.
Two Ramachandras. Two Ramachandras and Krishna Mohini.
There's some stairs over there.
Come over here.
See, I want to give you a mic now so you don't have to hold that.
Where's Sri Lanka? We'll get her. Sri Lanka.
Ramachandra needs more convincing, Maharaj.
My Latin form. My Latin
So there's the door.
Vidura.
Why don't you sit here? You can sit in a chair.
No, I'm here.
Krishna Mohini, you come up. You can sit here, and then Ramachandra also.
No hablo inglés.
Good. We don't need that. No necesitamos que hables. Nada más que asusta a la gente. No. So, Gurvabhishtam Supurkam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Abhidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwa Gurunsha Divyat Bhagavat Premnoi Bijapradam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelanshitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Bande Tam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shridaram Mancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavenebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So first I wanted to say that we invited Srila Bhakti Kushamashra Maharaj to come here to the Govinda Mela. And he was coming and everything. But this year, Srila Bhakti Tilak Niriya Maharaj, he's traveling to first to Mexico, and he'll be there in Tikul for the anniversary of the deities, then going to Veracruz, and then going to Guadalajara, and also to Morelia. And from there, he'll go to Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. So actually, Ashram Maharaj had a lot of work to do in Mexico. And after the Govinda Mela, different devotees in our community will be flying down there to Mexico to join with. It's a special occasion that Niriya Maharaj is traveling. After Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj, he left this world in 2021. Then at that time, we went to India. Actually, all of the world at the time was just coming out of the lockdown from the COVID time. And I think this was little over 3 years ago. And we went to India because we wanted to establish Srila Niriya Maharaj as the successor of Acharya Maharaj. So that was very important to us because I was always considering that Srila Govinda Maharaj, he said, I'm not worried about the West, I'm worried about India. And we consider that India is the most important place in the world. That is our consideration. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he said that. He said, of all the world, Bharatvarsha is the most important, and of all Bharatvarsha, Gauramandala Bhumi is very important, and then, of course, Navadip. So for us, we were concerned that we will have the mission going in India. So we flew. We couldn't go that year to Gaur Purnima. It wasn't open yet. So we said, then they allowed us to go for, I asked, when's an auspicious day? And they said, Akshaya Tritiya in May. We went there. That's a good time for beginning auspicious works. So we went to India, and then everything has been developing since then. And if you have a chance, if anyone wants to travel with us, if you have a chance to meet Niriya Maharaj, he's very, very nice. I mean, he's unlimited energy during the parikramas, and we've been doing the Navadip Dham parikrama, went the last 3 years, and he has so much energy, and he loves being with the devotees. So I'm hoping that sometime all of you get a chance to meet with him. So that's something I'm explaining also why Ashram Maharaj, I said to him, well, I understand, Maharaj. You can't come just too much. So he's got endless amounts of work to do. So I'm sure he wants to be with all of us, but I'm explaining what's going on. And then as far as so many things going on, like Sharnangi was explaining, we developed the samadhi of Srila Govinda Maharaj, and a lot of the impetus for that came from Hashapriya Prabhu. He wanted to establish the samadhi, and he got Bahulavan, who's now passed away. He came here and helped with the construction, and every single devotee of our community participated in the construction of the samadhi. Everyone was, working and laying bricks, and he got so much help also from Shuddha Shrava, and Ashram Maharaj was present here, laying bricks also, and it was very, very glorious that we have the samadhi and also the Govinda Mela. As Sharnangi said, Hashapriya has been working nonstop for a long time, and he's had Josiah helping him. So I'm very satisfied that we could do this every year, and drew some of the inspiration for this from Ashram Maharaj, because he has 2 camps every year in Mexico, and he registers all the devotees. They have devotees traveling from all over the country to join there. And we have devotees, we have also devotees coming from all over the country, like devotees have come from all the way from Florida. We have Ramachandra Prabhu, and we have Rukmini, and also Hridai Krishna. They came with their families. It's really nice. We have a lot of kids here. Many, like about 15 so far. And they came also from Salt Lake City. We have Sudarshan and Raiki Shori, and also Brajamohini came. Of course, Nyasi Maharaj, who's next to me, he came also with Sri Leka, came in the flight too, and so we've got devotees came from Salt Lake City, many devotees, and then I'm happy that Divya Shakti has come here. And I consider it's, like divine mercy that we consider her a member of our community, but at the same time, the Lord made some arrangement for her to have some permanent residence in Salt Lake City. She was there, I don't even think she was there a day, and then they gave her, some special residency. I've never seen that happen before.
Me neither.
Yeah. So, and just so many things going on. I'm very happy that we could do this. As I feel blessed by the presence of all the devotees, that they've come here and given so much energy into spreading the mission and enabling the Govinda Mela. And as we said, Madha Maharaj, he took sannyas, I think, the past year, and he was living before in Virginia. We knew him as Ramananda before, and he has 6 kids. They're not kids anymore, they're grown up. 6, and he has 6 grandchildren also. He's from Costa Rica. His wife, Jamuna, she's living in, well, she's from El Salvador, and they were all living in Mexico for many years. So since Madha Maharaj has come, he does practically all the Mangal Artis. He does all the singing in the morning, singing in the evening. If there's necessity for any service, cooking, or anything happens, he joins in. He's got so much energy. He's always awake by 4 o'clock in the morning or before and getting ready for Mangal Arati. So, it's been very nice having him here. So we have, as I said, want to express our appreciation for all of you. If I start to name everybody, I'll forget some people, and that won't be good. So I just have to say that I'm happy that all of you are here. And Ananda Mai, she's been working hard too. So anyway, what can I tell you? Yeah. Oh, London, Ajay Krishna, Ratnavali, they flew in here. And this is part of the Avadut Maharaj contingent. This is Radhesham and also Sati, who's been working with us.
He's got the Avadut Maharaj laugh.
Done. Yeah. Like, what can I tell you? I lived for 15 years in Mexico, so I'm very happy that we have in our community so many persons participating who speak Spanish from Latin America, and I feel that, well, the fact that I can talk with all of them and I can speak slang and use bad languages, bad language, and other people don't know what I'm saying. That's because there's a particular way of speaking, though, from Mexico especially, like what we call calo, no? Que pasión, pues ya. Que pasión, con queso, pues ya saben los paquetes dilo. They have a way of speaking. That's old style, but Ananda Krishna, he's here. And your sister's coming also, right?
Yes, she's arriving tomorrow.
Okay.
Also.
Ati Sundari. What's that?
He's asking if you know what Ati Sundari means. Do you know what that means?
Yes, he knows what he knows what it means. Shanta.
What? Yeah. It's the name of Srimati Radharani, actually.
You gave the name.
Yeah, but Acharya Maharaj had also given that name to the daughter of Ananya Bhakti from Russia. Yeah. Well, Madhuchanda was supposed to come. I guess it was. Is it? Is she, okay. She was supposed to come yesterday, but something went wrong. Pitambar was here a while back, but now. So I think maybe one thing we can have is, does anybody want to ask us any questions? Because we want to give you a chance to speak.
Who, me?
Who, me? No, them.
Oh, them. Yeah, okay.
¿Alguien tiene una pregunta? En cualquier idioma que quieras. Huh? Okay, any question? Yeah?
How did you guys find this land and the process of it being chosen and Gurudev's reaction to finding this land and that whole
so Rishabh Dev, he was previously, he was a president here of the Soquel Ashram, and he discovered this property, and Maturanath took pictures of the property. And then I got a message from Madhusudan Maharaj that time he was Mahananda, and Govinda Maharaj was going to Australia. He was in Australia. And Madhusudan Maharaj communicated with me, and he said, if you go to Australia, Govinda Maharaj will come back with you to California. But you have to go to Australia. So I went to Australia to the Govinda, Sri Govinda Dham, and there I was. And so the background was that when we first started looking for land, well, Govinda Maharaj came to San Jose in, I think it was 1992, and we were in 17th Street and Empire, where now that house is the property of Jayanta Krishna and Braja Mohini. They got that property. So when Govinda Maharaj came there, he says, so now half the miracle has been done because you've revived ashram here, but now the other half will be that you must make an actual ashram with at least 5 acres of land and everything. So we began looking, and at that time we didn't have so much money, so we were looking, and we'd see different properties, and we set a certain amount of money that we thought we could do, but when I was looking in that price range, I couldn't find anything. And the devotees had seen this property, but it was like more than double what we had. So then I gave them all these arguments why we shouldn't get this property. And in the meantime, maybe 3/4 of a year was passing, and the guy who was selling the property was having a divorce with his wife, and so he was dropping down in price. Well, that was going on. So we were looking and looking, and as we were looking, we're going up higher and higher in the price of what we thought we could afford, because originally what we thought we could afford, we weren't finding anything. And then we go up higher and higher. In the meantime, the owner of this property was coming down lower and lower. So then then I told the devotees, well, this is now in our price range, we should consider getting this. And they used all the arguments against me that I had given for them of not getting this property. So then I went to Australia, and I told Govinda Maharaj about the property and everything here, and he said, I will arrange everything. You just keep your mouth shut. That's what he told me. So then Govinda Maharaj, like Madhusudan Maharaj said, Govinda Maharaj came back to here, and the devotees were looking at a property in Felton with a lot of forest and everything. So they showed that property to Govinda Maharaj, and Govinda Maharaj said, I don't like this property. It looks like Ram Nivas. It looks like Ramachandra's exile. He didn't like it. He said, there's not enough sunlight. And so then we brought him here, and he came up the driveway here. The building where we're staying, where Govinda Maharaj stayed, that was just 2x4s. It wasn't built. It was partially built. And then Govinda Maharaj came up the driveway, and the devotees said, Maharaj will take you into the house here and show you. He said, not necessary to even get down from the car, just buy this property. And then everyone was going, Jai Srila Govinda Maharaj, Jai Srila Govinda Maharaj. And true to my promise to Govinda Maharaj, I was keeping my mouth shut. And then Govinda Maharaj said, just get this property. And then by some miracle of, Hashapriya arranged all the bookkeeping and everything so that we qualified for getting the property. And Yudamanyu and Jivana, they were involved as owners, and somehow or other I was also on the property, on the deed. So that was years ago. And then Govinda Maharaj said, if I knew how much you owed to the bank, I wouldn't have installed the deities. Because the deities were in he showed us the deities in Navadip. The deities had been made, and I just kind of flippantly said to Govinda Maharaj, when are these deities coming to Soquel? And then he arranged for the deities to come here, and I said, when did you decide, Srila Govinda Maharaj, that the deities were going to come here? And he said, I didn't decide, you did. So then the deities came here, and now we actually own the property, and now they made these nice banners. So these banners here are so attractive that attracted a mountain lion and her two cubs, I guess. The people from the university who tagged the mountain lion, they called her a puma and two kittens. I don't know if mountain lions' kids qualify as kittens. So anyway, that's going on in the background, I guess. So everything's been very wonderful. And now, the property, Srila Govinda Maharaj said, in India, the properties belong to the deities. Because he gave a story of that. The original deities in Navadip, they said, in Bengal they had restrictions, and they said, you own more land than you're legally entitled to. And he said, no. In the trial, he said, Guru, Gauranga, and Gandharva, Govinda Sundar. So that's 4 portions of land. Guru has 1 portion, and Gauranga has 1 portion, and Gandharva and Govinda Sundar, they have a portion. And then the state actually argued, no, it should only be 3 portions because Radha and Krishna are married. And Govinda Maharaj said, that's wrong. Radha and Krishna are not married to each other. So they each are entitled to their own portion of land. Yeah. And he proved that in the courts. So we consider now that actual owners of this land are Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari. So, and we'll consider that Govinda Maharaj, he has a portion of the land, and Gauranga Sundar, one portion, and Gandharvika. Govinda Maharaj said Gandharvika means Radharani when she's beginning to dance. Gandharvika. And Giridhari is the lifter of Govardhan. Govinda Maharaj said, when he came here, he said, I always wanted to own some land with hills on it, like Govardhan. So, in Bengal, they consider that, actually to have flat land, that's considered like the jewel of the earth. And the land in Bengal, so much, especially in Navadvip, is so beautiful. It's just like rolling so many acres and acres and acres of what looks like grass. It's actually rice plants. And you see, it's so beautiful. But Govinda Maharaj said he wanted to have some land with hills on it. And he would, when he was here, he would watch all the deer come down the hills, and we have a compost pile, and all the deer would eat the compost along with other animals. We have many animals here on the property. We have, coyotes, deer, bobcats, fox, had some fox here also. Many skunks. And so, excuse me, birds and bunnies, everything. Well, we had some peacocks. And turkeys sometimes. So, and then of course we had Tracy, a three-legged dog. She was named Trace, and then it became Tracy. And they told me that Tracy was, they said, do you want this dog? She's a three-legged dog. And I said, why would we want a three-legged dog? And they said, well, she chases deer. And I'd been involved with Kumkum when she was here. She was planting a garden, and she was so outraged that the deer would eat all the flowers. So when they said, well, she chases deer, and I said, yeah, bring her. And then they said, and there's also, along with her, there's two cats. And I said, yeah, bring them also. And then while Govinda Maharaj was here, one dog, Shamali, she came up the driveway and she just kind of surrendered at Govinda Maharaj's feet. So we had Tracy, Shamali, and cats, and then Kumar and Ketu and Jackson, and now Vanapi, and many. Like living here, it's like we're 3 miles. We're 3 miles from the one of the main streets, and at the end of this road, if you go down to the end of the road, what's his name? Who always walks here? Yadu Nandana. He always walks here. Sometimes 3 miles. Or hitchhikes. And so it's 3 miles to the end of the road, and from the end of the road to the ocean, it's 2 miles from the end of the road. So we're within 5 miles of the ocean. If you go down to the end of the road, and then you go left, you'll get to 41st Avenue, and if you walk down 41st Avenue less than 2 miles, you get to the ocean there. It's called Pleasure Point, and very beautiful walking there. So we're very very blessed. Of course, sometimes right now everyone's saying, "Oh, it's chilly." Yeah, this is an ocean. This is ocean climate. I've lived by the ocean for years, and then before living by the ocean. So when you live by the ocean, the night times become cold. So that's what you're experiencing now, right? A little bit. But we're really glad that you've made so much endeavor to come here. And it's not easy to, you can't just buy a ticket. You have to have some special grace to be able to participate in the Govinda Mela. Well, we were with Govinda Mars for so many years, and it's the special mercy of Srila Govinda Mars that we're able to come together and remember him. No, I cannot think of one. We had one radio announcer, and she met with Govinda Mars, and she said about Govinda Mars, she said, "He is the most charming person I have ever met in my life." So, and
Maharaj, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
So, I know you've spent a lot of time with Govinda Maharaj, Srila Gurudev. Do you have a favorite memory? Something that stands out to you, or something you could share? I mean, anything in particular that just really, I don't know, it's something that if you're able to share or want to.
Well, so many things happen with Srila Govinda Mars, but one time I remember with him, we went to Vrindavan. We were in Vrindavan, and Srila Govinda Mars said, "Now I've come to Vrindavan, so I have to execute some austerities." Now, I remember like 50-some years ago, I'd written in a Vyas Puja offering for Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I quoted a verse, I don't have it memorized, but it's from the Hari Bhakti Subodhaya. And it says that, to the effect that Sri Guru he's the person who purifies all the holy places, and that the perfection of one's eyesight is just to see him. And the perfection of one's touch is to be able to touch him. And so I've written it from this verse from Hari Bhakti Subodhaya about Srila Prabhupada. And then when Srila Govinda Maharaj said, "Now I'm in Vrindavan, I have to execute some austerities," I said, "Maharaj, you are the person that purifies the holy places. You don't have to execute austerities. You're the person who purifies the holy places." And then he said to me, he said, "Well, you are saying that because you are a disciple." And when he said that I was his disciple, then I felt very, very happy, because, he always related to us as, as a level of friendship and intimacy and everything like that. But he actually, when he said, "You are speaking like that because you're a disciple," then I felt, oh, he's accepted me as a disciple. So I was very happy with that. So I remember that in particular. For me, that was very nice to be told, "Oh, you're just speaking like that because you're a disciple." So, and that. But I mean, so many memories of Srila Govinda Maharaj, and his humor. His humor was very, very unique. He I also remember Srila Prabhupada's humor that one time I was walking with him, and some devotees, I think from Los Angeles, said, Srila Prabhupada, these devotees, they eat Ekadasi preparations every day. They just eat Ekadasi preparations. And then Srila Prabhupada looked and he said, oh, advancement. And then somebody said, advancement, Srila Prabhupada? And he said, yes. And then they said, but somebody played the Pandit and said, oh, but in the Bhagavad Gita it says that all living entities exist on food grains, and food grains come from rain, and rain is produced by sacrifice. So then Srila Prabhupada, he said, oh, that is for animals. Animals who are passing semen, he says. So then they were, but I thought, well, wait a minute, this is not true to, Prabhupada is not eating Ekadasi preparations all the day, and he says advancement, and I thought, oh, Prabhupada is just, pulling everyone's leg. He's just like, so then he traveled, then he went to Los Angeles, and then they said, oh, Srila Prabhupada, here are these devotees, they're taking Ekadasi preparations every day. And he said, oh, why is that? And they said, well, they say, Srila Prabhupada, that only animals need to eat grains. And Srila Prabhupada said, I eat grains. Do I look like an animal? So that was kind of, that humor was very unique. And Srila Govinda Maharaj, he had that, he often, he would say something, and then he would say, okay, so he would explain this and this and this, and then he'd say, so what is your opinion? And you had to be very, very careful what you said. Because if you just randomly said an opinion, he'd say something to the effect that is not intelligent. Why, this and this and that. You had to be very careful when you volunteered an opinion just randomly. So, I always felt when I was with Srila Govinda Maharaj that I was looking through a window in the pages of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, that the way he lived and his humor and what he ate and what he did, everything was right out of the pages of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I felt like the Chaitanya Charitamrita is not just a historical book or an historical document, but it's something living, and you could see the life of the Chaitanya Charitamrita in Srila Govinda Maharaj. His humor, what he would eat, and everything. And so, and he would always call us to, take prasadam with him and everything. And sometimes the devotees, their habit was to eat very quickly. And Srila Govinda Maharaj, after you finish something, like say, you ate some paramana, some sweet rice, and he'd go, oh Maharaj, you cannot believe how this paramana tastes. Oh, it is so wonderful, and he'd be like licking his fingers in front of you. Oh, you cannot believe. It was something we'd already eaten and finished. And one time a devotee had finished eating, and then Govinda Maharaj said, I'm still eating and you finished already. And the devotee said, oh, that's all right, Maharaj, we don't mind. And then he said something like, I'm eating and you're looking like Paramatma. And he had well, in these coming days, we'll remember what Srila Govinda Mela said and did and everything. But we spent many years with him. And still, that's why, I mean, I always go, when I go to India, I always go to Bengal. I feel a little bit by going, sometimes I've been to Vrindavan many times and Puri and everything, but I feel like I'm intruding if I go into Vrindavan, because like Srila Guru Maharaj said about, he said, when you go into the holy dham, you don't walk with your feet, you travel with your head. You're always offering your head. So I feel like in Vrindavan, in Bengal, I feel it is Aparad Bhanjan, that all the offenses are forgiven and you get special mercy of Mahaprabhu. But as it says in the Saraswat Arti, in Vrindavan is Madhurya, and it is like a closed circle. And we don't have so much entrance there except by the grace of Gurudev. But in Bengal, it is Odarya Leela, it is distribution. And there's distribution going on in a big scale. So I feel that I'm there and I have some entrance into things in Bengal. And you might think, well, when Guru Maharaj was going from Vrindavan to Bengal, he said, well, in Vrindavan he was practicing Madhukari. But he said, when you go to Bengal, you can't practice Madhukari because they're not all vegetarians. So he said, you can't practice Madhukari. And then, so you're thinking in Bengal that, oh, well, in Vrindavan, they're worshiping Radha and Krishna, and there's Vaishnavas and all that. But if you talk to people, you'll actually see that they don't exactly, other people don't see the Westerners as being like Vaishnavas. But in Bengal, you may think, oh, they have their own ways and their own habits, but they're very intimately relate with the devotees, and they're not thinking that because somebody's from the West, they can't be a Gaudiya Vaishnava. They really welcome us there. And when I go on parikramas in Navadip, Sri Navadip Dham Parikrama, I always feel like the Bengalis who are with us, they take us into their heart. I feel very fortunate to be there with everyone. Of course, now India, due to the spread of Krishna consciousness all over India, many people welcome the devotees. When I first went to India, like 1971, we would walk somewhere and we'd stop, and then all of a sudden 40, 50 people would form a circle around us just looking at us because we're Westerners with shaved head and dhotis and kurtas, and it was like we just landed from Mars or something. As Srila Prabhupada said, he said, people were coming to see sometimes he said, my dancing white elephants or dancing white monkeys. So, but now the devotees, anywhere you go, people come up to you and they say Hare Krishna or Hari Bol. The whole, I think, the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he wanted to spread Krishna consciousness to the West and then bring the Westerners back to India and revive Krishna consciousness in India, and that's been successful. So anyway, it's getting late. It's now 8:20. Would you like to say something, Maharaj?
Maharaj,
Thank you very much.
Maharaj, I just want to say I'm very honored to be here with you, Maharaj. It's a really high point of the year to be able to come here and associate with you and all the devotees together. It's just like my best time of the year. So I really appreciate your work on this, Maharaj. Very, very kind of you.
We have a mic to pass around if you want to.
I knew you when you were at, was it the University of Chicago?
Yeah. It was when I went back in 1990.
Yeah, and how they, at the university, they I was trying to remember, you were, they saw you as a radical, right?
What do you mean, a radical in which way?
He still is, Maharaj.
Just, well...
No, in terms of, what you were preaching at the university, and they were basically, as I remember, mostly Marxists, right?
Yeah, mostly Marxists, and they were very anti, they studied Indian religion, but all of them were atheists.
Yeah.
Whereas the people who studied Islamic religion, they were all like believers. And same with Christianity, but for, the Vedic religion, they were all very anti. So I used to fight with them constantly.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That was very endearing.
They couldn't answer either. They had no answer to solid, preaching.
Yeah, so I remember that, and that was, for me, I thought that was very, very nice that you were battling against all the Indiologists and the University of Chicago is very famous, and Professor Dimmock was there, right?
Yep.
And he wrote the introduction for Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita.
He was there when I first went there in the 60s, but later he wasn't there.
Yeah, so I like that very much, that you were battling against all these, superficial, studiers of they're supposedly experts in the, Vaishnavism and everything like that. And they had nothing to do with being Vaishnavas. So,
Right.
But you were there, and they were, and I remember annoyed by you, right?
At least, yeah.
Yeah, so that was very good. And I was thinking, oh, that's a notable accomplishment to be there. I remember from that time. Yeah. And I remember talking with Sri Lekha about the many discussions about the everything going on in India and all that. So, but go ahead, I cut you off.
I was done, I think.
Okay. And we're glad that Sudarshan's come here with Rai Kishori.
We're glad to be here, Maharaj.
Yeah.
What about Vinodini?
Where is she here?
Oh, wow.
Where? Bring her up.
Hey,
Where?
Vinodini.
Being summoned on stage.
Where is Vinodini?
Oh, here, there, sure. Oh, there she
Oh,
is.
there she is. Yep.
You mean my great-grandson?
Yeah, with your great-grandson, but all we can see is a bundle.
Yeah, well.
That's all I knew I could see.
There he is.
There he is. Okay.
Maharaj, this is Ananta Rupa, Vinodini's husband.
Dandavat. Where are you from?
Moscow.
He's from Russia.
Moscow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, Mohan Maharaj disciple.
Oh, okay. We have, do you know Radhi Sham here? He is from Avadut Maharaj's disciple. And
I didn't know that.
and Sati, she's also a disciple of Avadut Maharaj. And then we also have Malika. Huh? She's Gurudev's disciple, but she's from Russia also.
He's coming Friday?
Who?
Avadut Maharaj?
He's supposed to be coming. Originally, he said he was coming Thursday, which would be tomorrow. But tomorrow is his Vyas Puja.
Oh, right.
You know, so he's supposed to be coming on Friday. So we'll see when he comes here.
Great.
And, yeah. And we'll have we'll have a workshop, the world according to, as seen by Avadut Maharaj.
That's a nice workshop.
And where is Vijay Raman? He's in Russia now.
Yeah, you know, he's now.
Oh, he's Nashring. What's his name?
Vijay Maharaj, something like that. Yeah.
Bhakti Vijay Nashringa Maharaj.
Yes.
Okay. I went with him to Vrindavan. We were on a train called the Tufan Express, which could be called the Too Slow Express. It's a very slow train. And I was with Vijay Raman, and Vijay Raman didn't speak very much English, but we were talking with each other, and then I said, "Oh, you know yoga?" And he said, "Oh," and then he went like this. And he rubbed his hands together, and then in the middle of the train car, he did a handstand, and with his feet up in the air and his hands on the train, you know. And in St. Petersburg, Vijay Raman had before opened up an ice cream shop in St. Petersburg. But he's also one of the reasons Srila Prabhupada, he went to Russia and he wanted to establish Krishna consciousness in Russia, but they wouldn't let him. If he went anywhere, he'd have to go in a tour group. So, because that was the time of the Soviet Union. So Srila Prabhupada sent out his servant, Shyam Sundar, to bring some people back that Prabhupada could speak with. And Srila Prabhupada brought back one person who was the son of somebody who worked in the Indian consulate, and he brought back one Russian person who became Ananta Shanti. And he came back. And so that Ananta Shanti, he later brought so many people to Krishna consciousness. And when Srila Govinda Maharaj went to Russia, Srila Govinda Maharaj asked about Ananta Shanti, and somebody said, "Oh, he's not so active anymore, Srila Prabhupada." And then Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj said, Yeah, you can't see him so much because he was like Prabhupada's dynamite. And when the dynamite explodes, you can't see the dynamite anymore, but you can see what the dynamite has done. So Srila Govinda Maharaj said that, and Ananta Shanti came to see Srila Govinda Maharaj. So, so that was, but Vijay Raman and Srila Avadut Maharaj, they did what Prabhupada wanted to do. They spread Krishna consciousness throughout Russia. And then when we went to Moscow, we were living actually we were living in, there was a gate. There was a gate there, and it was a KGB community. And we had the temple there and everything.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, and Srila Govinda Maharaj, he went to Russia, so Avadut Maharaj had organized a program, and somehow the government saw that like 50,000 people were going to come to the program, so they said, oh, you can't have this program anymore. You can't have a program and talk about religion. So then Govinda Maharaj said, we won't talk about religion. We'll just talk about Indian culture. And they said, all right. So then about 5,000 people came, and the head of the Indian Council came and everything. And then Srila Govinda Maharaj started his talk. He said, you can't speak about Indian culture without speaking about Krishna. he started like that. And it was really nice talk that he gave in Moscow. And when we used to go to Moscow, when we used to land in Russia, I'd go in like this, and then all the people who were in immigration, they were all ladies. And they were all in military uniform, and they all perfectly combed hair, nothing out of place, everything. And I'd go in there, and everybody else would be passing through, and they'd look at me and look at my passport, look at me, and then I'd be there about 5-10 minutes, and then the one lady signaled for her superior to come over, and that woman came over and looked at me, and then she goes like this. Then they let me through. And then one time, Avadut Maharaj said, bring a Mac Pro. It's big. It was like so big. It looked like that tall. This, and so he said, just bring it. But I had the box and then was wondering how we're going to get this in. So I had Sarvabhavana. He wrapped the whole box with Christmas paper wrapping. But that didn't divert any of their attention. So the whole box was disguised like a big Christmas present or something. But they asked me to open the box, and then they're looking at the computer, and then they take everything out and this and that. So was there for about 4 hours, and they just. And then finally they said, and I said, I'm just going to use this while I'm here. So somehow or other they just wrote it down on my passport that I had that computer. And supposedly I would have to take it out. But when I left, nobody even looked at my passport, what was written there. Yeah, but it was 4 hours just dealing with that. That was interesting.
It was like 1990s or 2000.
I think it was earlier than that. I don't know. Maybe 1994 or something. I don't know. Yeah. And Vijay. Then when we got to Vrindavan with Vijay Raman, he was so happy. I bought him as a present a silver ear cleaner. And because he's a yogi and he liked that. Was made out of solid silver. It's very nice. Nice to be with. It was nice to be with Vijay Raman and Avadut Maharaj, and he would come up here too. And he was before. What was his name before? He was known as Jagannath Ballabha. Jagannath Ballabha. Okay, so I don't want to keep on going. Let's sing Hari Haraya. Is that okay? Someone want to say anything? How about you, Sudarshan? You want to say anything? No?
Necessary.
No. You? Want to say something in Spanish? ¿Alguien tiene una pregunta? No. I think all the Spanish devotees left. Oh, there's Rukmini. Rukmini and Hridai Krishna. Okay. So, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopa Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Manana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinatha Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Jiva Gopala H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan. Jaoite Vignana Shabista Puran. Jaoite Vignana Shabista Puran. H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Tarana. H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Tarana. Tasavar Padarenu Mora Panchagra. Tader Chanana Sevi Bhakta Sanivar. Janame More Abhilash. H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabhan. Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash. Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Vaishnava Pade Majayaman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryal. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryal. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bo.
Jai Shri Bhakti Pavandanara Maharaj ki jai.
I'm freezing. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhara Ju ki jai. Jai Srila Govinda Mela ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Tilak Niyari Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmamacharya Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashri Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadashri Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Premasi Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Vishwavarenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusha Ashram Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Bhima Abhidut Maharaj ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Shri Govinda Mela ki jai.
Shri Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Maharaj ki
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kun Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai. Shri Purushottam Madam ki jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo ki jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsingadev ki jai. Bhakta Prabhata Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Shri Soquel Seva Ashram ki jai. Gaur Premanandi.
Prashadam ki
We should have a campfire. light a table on fire.
I know from Mom I'm wrong, but I told you take the jacket. You're freezing. If I'm cold.
My darling, you can't remember me from last year.
Yeah.
Dandavats, devotees of the Lord. Prasadam is being served in Prasadam hall tonight. And if you're looking for some mercy, the kitchen is always welcome to servitors. We have some pots looking for our owner. Are you okay, Radhasham? Okay, and we will be back tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. for Mangal Arati, and we're gonna have a lot of cool events. You can check the schedule on the posters. Dandavats, sweet dreams, devotees. See you tomorrow and at Prashadam Home.
Tell us what you're doing.
Time to go home. Good.